Finally, finally, the Leafs win. They win. 4-game winless streak gone, and it didn't look good. At one point, down 2-0, but we flipped the script. We scored to make it 2-1, 2-2, 3-2, 4-2, and then Calgary scored, and then Calgary scored again, but then it got called back, and we're like, we held on. We held on. The belt tonight, the video team for Toronto, they get the belt. I think they get the belt even over Auston Matthews, who had a hat trick with 26 minutes to go in the game. And he almost had his fourth. Probably almost had his fifth. He almost had 5, 6, 7 points tonight. But hey, it doesn't matter. Leafs win. Leafs win 4-3 against Calgary. Mitch Marner missed the empty net at the end. How did this game go? Well, Calgary scored first. Beautiful tip by Sharangovich. That's 7 goals in his last 5 games. Then there's a penalty, and it's Nazem Kadri, because of course the ex-Leaf. He scores, it hits off of Giordano, the ex-Flame. Goes in, just heals it right into Giordano. That makes it 2-0. But then Gregor keeps it in at the blue line. Auston Matthews goes between his own legs and just snipes. 2-1. So we go into the second period. Auston Matthews salvages the Leafs' first period because Calgary was all over him. Leafs couldn't get it out of their own zone. They couldn't make an outlet pass. Keith must have been turning red as red could be. I was swearing up a storm. I know he was. I know probably all of Leafs Nation was. But somehow he salvaged it. It's 2-1 going into the second period. And then Auston Matthews scores a one-timer. And it's 2-2. And then William Nylander and Mitch Marner go seam pass goal to make it 3-2. And we're all pumped. And then Matt Nyes just rips a shot on, and it's Auston Matthews just out-muscling his guy. Backhand, goal, boom. Like it's nothing. Cool, calculated. His hat trick. Leafs Nation's going nuts in Calgary. I'm going nuts here at home. Boom, 4-2. Zari scores a goal. Oh, no, was it the Zari one? No. What was the one? I don't even remember who the Flame was, but he kicked it. It might have been Mangiapane, who had his 7th shot on net at this time. He kicked the puck into the net, but Liljegren tried to play the puck, and he does, and he kind of mishandles it, and it goes in. There was a review, but I understand why it was a goal. Fine, because Liljegren mishandled it. If he would have left it and it just would have went in, it would have been no goal. But that made it 4-3, and I think that was going into the third period. In the third period, Zari scores where he does this backhand from a terrible angle, goes behind the net. Jones thinks he has it, and then he pots it in, and then Keefe goes, take a long time. I'm going to call timeout. Takes timeout. I'm going to challenge this for a hand pass earlier on in the sequence. Then you look at it, and Coleman definitely does. Now, does he mean to direct it? No. However, the puck is heading one direction. His hand pass, or him making contact with his hand, leads to Oshierly being able to play it and keep it in, and then eventually Zari scores. So, of course, you count it as a hand pass. If he didn't do that, then it wouldn't have led to Oshierly keeping it in, and then the sequence of events for Zari to score. So it's no goal. Makes sense. Now, was it a pain in the ass? And if I was a Flames fan, would I be pissed off? Yes. Do I think it's a stupid rule? Yes. But at the same time, no. Because then you would just play it with your hand more. You can do it in your defensive zone. You can't do it in the offensive zone. So I'm fine with this. Especially because I'm a Leafs fan. So no goal. And then Mike Johnson's like, the Leafs can't sit back. And because they're not good enough defensively. And I'm like, Mike Johnson, I love how you tell the truth. And that is true. And for about 5 minutes there, maybe 4 minutes, that's what they were doing. And then it was like they must have heard him. Or Keefe did, and he relayed the message. Because then they went on the attack. And then the clock started to go down. And they stayed on the attack, and the clock started to go down. And then Calgary with a little bit of pressure, and then Leafs went back on the attack, and the clock kept going down. And then there was a penalty at the end. You know what? Lindholm actually taking that penalty probably saved a goal, because William Nylander still, after his stick got slashed, he kicked it out, and they were gone. It was going to be like a breakaway anyway for whoever's out there, Yarncroke or whatever. Leafs finish it off 4-3. Now, notice in the game, Leafs still can't get it out of their own zone. However, it improved throughout the game, especially the third period, less times. But it felt the first period that they couldn't get out of the zone at all, couldn't make a pass, like I said. Second period, better, obviously. They had the change of momentum, whatever. The offense was always in one end, felt like, until the third period. And then it was just like 50-50. But then, anyway, got a little bit better. The end of the game, a little better. Sure, there was still mistakes. Liljegren grabbed the puck and tried to, like he was playing rugby or something like that, trying to run with it around. Took a penalty. That was scary, but Leafs had a great kill. But they just started to make simple passes and then at least like move it to the red line to get in deep. And then they started to play hockey and there was a bit of confidence there. And you know what? This Leafs team with confidence is, no, I'm not going to say like a top tier Stanley Cup contender, but they are a very good team. This team without confidence, oy vey. And like Leafs need confidence because, you know, defensive awareness, not really there. I can't believe I'm going to say this, but they need a puck moving defenseman as well as a shutdown defenseman or a guy that has both. I like Tanev. He has confidence with the puck. He can skate. He's right-handed. And he's an absolute douchebag. Exactly the type of player Toronto Maple Leafs needs. Yeah, that'd be great. Wouldn't that be great? But they definitely need a puck mover. So the defenseman they get, if they're only going to get one, they need a puck mover, but also one of those guys who's gritty and will just give it to the other team, right? So that was definitely a hole in it. And obviously that 3 center role, we need to get it sorted because in the final, 3 minutes of the game, Keefe is going 2 lines. Matthews, Marner, get out there with Yarncroke, of course, because Yarncroke can play in any position at any time, anywhere in the lineup. And then he went Tavares, Nylander, Bertuzzi, who Bertuzzi and Nylander got like yelled at by Keefe. Mike Johnson got like told off, I'm pretty sure, by Hockey Night in Canada or wherever this is, TSN, Hockey Night in Canada, Sportsnet. Probably got told off because he told everyone that Keefe was yelling at them like they were 10-year-olds. They're both good players. They weren't doing the right thing. They were on for too long. But Bertuzzi's game changed. Nylander, from the first period to when like he made that play with Marner, completely different player. It was like he got that first assist, and then that was his second assist. And you're like, oh, he's feeling it now. And I guess he was in a slump. But like when, you know, he has confidence in him when he's one of he's on one of the 2 lines playing the end of the game. John Tavares as well. John Tavares was, you know, taking guys on in the corner. He was blocking shots. Bertuzzi was all over with the stick, hacking and slashing, but at the right time and the right place of the stick. He probably should have scored tonight. Brody probably should have scored tonight. Matthews probably scored more. Marner definitely. But they kept at the Flames after the Flames just dogged them in the first period. Toronto flipped the script, and then they kept it going. And I like a confident Toronto. It makes me feel good. Also, I'm wearing my Toronto Maple Leafs onesie, and I think I'm going to have to wear this now for the next game. I'm going to have to, because they finally won after getting 1 point in 4 games, giving up tons of leads. They didn't even give up the lead this game. Martin Jones, he made some big saves, just like Vladar made some big saves down the Calgary's end. He allowed the Leafs to win. The Leafs rewarded him. Auston Matthews with the hat trick. The video crew with a no goal. And Keith's job is saved for another day, and I can go to bed happy and not have to go to work or see others and then go, hey, Leafs lost again. Leafs suck. Oh, yeah. Woo! Oh, God, that was stressful. Go, Leafs, go.